One. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, guys, and welcome to episode 101 of the KBMOD podcast. Uh-oh. I lost sound. That's not good. Okay, now I have sound again.
What'd you
Sound
do?
great.
That
Sound
was
outstanding.
weird.
You want to try that again?
That was weird. Yeah.
Good start.
No, I think we're good. Anyway, episode 101, 100 obviously was last week, and you should go check that out if you didn't. We had like 10 people on. It was awesome. It was a very large cast. So...
I don't even remember the casts.
I heard you just woke up naked in that chair. Like...
I mean...
At like 4 a.m.
Covered in blood.
It's hard to even know if it was blood or sweat. It was red, but I mean I was covered in blood during the podcast too. So like I don't know if that was a post-podcast thing or it's all a haze really.
Alex is going to be gone again, yes. People in the chat asking all night, but yes, Alex will be on hiatus once again.
If he came back for good, it wouldn't have been a special occasion. We actually told him he can't come back. He's just got to wait until I don't know, maybe 125 or 150.
200.
We'll see.
If he gets if he gets a movie job, we'll have him back on. One of them movie jobs that APL is so famous for asking him about. But as you can see, I have Brandon with me here. I have John, and I have Nick, Blacklightattack. Fenton is sick or crying or masturbating, or a combo of the three.
Scott's in the club.
Scott is in the club currently. Told us he couldn't make it 3 minutes after the regular starting time of the cast. And so then we just decided to watch Evo, and we're all exhausted for Justin Wong right now.
I'm emotionally spent. I am
depressed.
salty as hell. I am hating Zero. I'm actually just going to pry the Zero key off of my keyboard. I'm done. Both of them.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Zero is from the Mega Man series?
Yes. He's from Mega Man X.
Does that make you doubly angry as a huge fan of the Mega Man series?
Kind of. It does still upset me that Mega Man is not in the game because Capcom just continues to throw a huge fuck you to, who was it? Satoru Iwata? No, not Iwata. That's the Nintendo guy. What's his name?
The guy who made Mega Man?
The guy who basically made Mega Man. He didn't create the character, but he basically made I forget his name. He made the series what it is, but he left Capcom, and I wish I could remember his name.
Wow, Mega Man X spoilers in the chat. Zero dies in Mega Man X. There you go, guys.
He dies in every Mega Man X game, and then he's just back for the next one. He's like Kenny. It's just Zero dies. It's what he does. But in Marvel, he just ruins grand finals.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
I'm incredibly upset.
But yeah, we've been watching Evo all weekend. But oh gosh. Yeah, we will, Brandon. So we're gonna start with what we have been. Well, actually, we're gonna start with the big news from Thursday. Of course, the hotly anticipated.
Thank Lord Gaben.
Steam sales, summer Steam sales of 2013 are here, and I have spent money. So we can go quickly around here with what we've been eyeing up or what you've bought. So we'll start with Brandon. You get anything?
So I've actually bought a few more items than I typically do on the Steam sales. I'm normally pretty good about holding back because I normally only look at the stuff that's like $10 and under. Because most things I can wait until they get to that point. But there's been some really good stuff at that under $10 level. So let's see, I picked up Fez for $5, and I started playing that a little bit. Say what you want about Phil Fish and the game in general, but like the concept of the game is crazy.
It's pretty unbelievable.
I mean, I would say it's
Phil Fish.
It's just it seems like a very well thought out game, and it's very difficult, at least from what I can tell already.
Well, it took like 5 years or whatever, so it better be well thought out.
Yeah, it's a really good game so far. Let's see. I also bought Surgeon Simulator because it was $3, so why not? And I bought Witcher 2 finally for $5, and I bought Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Platinum for $5.
Oh man.
Which
Oh,
which
man.
I'm trying to get Hillary into games, and she actually commented the other day because she's going to come to QuakeCon with me. I was like, what, do you want me to buy you any games so that you can try them out or whatever and not be bored? And she actually mentioned, Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I was like, how fortuitous that it's $5 on Steam, and it looked decent for a game made in '06, so I picked that up.
A lot of people love those games, so.
Yeah, looks
Solid
really good.
Solid franchise.
And so I've been. I'll just say what I've been playing real quick. It's actually been pretty varied. We played some CS:GO a little bit. Played Bad Company 2 yesterday for kind of an impromptu game night because Bad Company 2 was on sale for $6 yesterday on a flash sale. So if you didn't pick that up, shame on you. And I played a little bit of Tribes Ascend actually. Rip Tribes, and Fez, like I said. So, and a little bit of League. Played some ARAMs. So more varied than most weeks.
All right. What about you, John? You get anything on the old Steam sales?
Yeah, let's pull up this grid right here. I got
Yeah, I got a spreadsheet.
I got Fez, FTL, Gary's Mod, Hotline Miami, Civ 4 or Civ 5 rather, and Surgeon Simulator, Super Meat Boy.
You got some good
FTL and
in there.
Hotline Miami, I think, are the two best deals of the
I've
sale
also,
so far.
yeah, I've gotten all of these games and I've also spent $10.
Yeah.
So
you've done well. FTL and Hotline Miami are, if you want them to be, ours. So.
So good.
Yep. So those are good choices. I didn't.
I should have
pick up
bought Gary's mod.
Simulator. I
wanted
did
to get
finally.
I should have got Gary's mod. I actually saw it and I was like, oh, I need to buy that. But I'm hoping it'll probably go on sale again one day this week, so I'll pick it up then.
So, all right. What about you, Blacklightattack?
I actually have not bought that much because I'm starting to come to the point where there is nothing I have not bought on a previous sale. Not nothing, but almost nothing that I actually really want. I did end up picking up Surgeon Simulator as well. I didn't even install it yet. I've been buying a lot of stuff just that has those Steam cards, just because it's a way to get more cards. I'm convinced that there's going to be some sort of tangible TF2 reward for this Steam summer sale bullshit, because aside from the massive patch that we'll talk about later, they haven't actually put out any Steam summer related things. So
Yeah,
I'm convinced there's
that's
got to
what
be
Gabe
some
wants you
kind
to
of,
think.
I know. He is a tricky one.
Got you wrapped around his finger.
He does, absolutely. I don't know if you know, but I'm an ordained minister in the Church of Gaben. Praise the many-chinned one.
Yes.
So I actually haven't even been playing anything new. I just bought a couple things. I actually did end up buying like a bunch of games that I already know I like in in the form of gifts, so that I can give them out to my stream viewers and just get them to play some of the games that I enjoy. A lot of people got really hyped when I gave away a copy of Rogue Legacy, so
Yeah.
figure I'll pay it forward a little bit with that, and I ended up spending a bunch of money on that. But what I've actually been playing, not a whole lot other than the usual, just some TF2. I tried out They Bleed Pixels, which I think I picked up on the sale, or maybe a previous one.
Yeah.
I wasn't crazy about it. I love the style of the game. I've seen people play through it, and it seemed interesting. I don't think it's very good. I think the main problem is that it's trying to do something that a game... It's trying to do something that it needs tighter controls for. The controls just aren't there.
Yeah.
It needs like
accurate.
Super Meat Boy levels of control, and it just doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know why you would go on PC and then have a game that's somewhat focused on combat and only use two button combat. Why would you use that? Like the 2-button combat's really, really off because you only have one attack button, but you have like 4 different attacks. It's really, it's not a good control scheme. The controls are alone killing that game for me. I actually haven't played much Rogue Legacy. I am getting a little bit back into League of Legends. Not really hardcore, just the occasional solo queue or maybe like a
Did you-
bot game,
did
try
you
out some new
beat Rogue?
heroes.
Did you beat Rogue Legacy?
I did. I did finally beat Rogue Legacy. I'm on to New Game Plus, and that is like a whole new world of difficult. New Game Plus is just it just takes everything. You're like, all right, I can at least go in and start grinding on the first area in the castle. Nope, nope. Like, it is ridiculous. You're back to square one where you die in like 3 hits.
Ouch.
No matter, and I'm like level 120 or something, and I'm dying in 3 hits.
Jesus.
So, yeah, it's not easy. And then I've been playing some Final Fantasy VII as well. I just started Let's Playing that game. Plug, plug, plug.
You just got to the meat of it, as I recall. One of the
Yes.
first real big moments in that game.
Yes, one of the first major happenings. So people who have played the game will just say we're about to head off to Shinra HQ for the first time. So some shit has just recently
Yes.
gone down in Sector 7. But that being said, I'm kind of switching back and forth between my PlayStation 3 for that, where I'm actually Let's Playing it because it's the original OG version that I played as a kid, just on downloadable, and the PC version, which just got released on Steam because I just found out that this version supports a lot of the mods for the old PC version that was released in the 90s. So I've been going through, and two major criticisms I have of that game. It looks much nicer than the original, but two major criticisms. The music sucks because they redid all the music in shitty MIDI, and the other thing is that they gave all of the field models a mouth, which I've talked about this before, I think, but basically Sephiroth constantly looks like this.
Yeah, he's constantly blowing everyone that comes near him.
Yeah, he's constantly inviting a dick into his mouth, or just looking like he's in an eternal state of surprise. And I've actually found mods to fix both of those things, both replace the old shitty music, or the new shitty music, with the old much better music, and to fix the mouth so it doesn't look like everybody's trying to suck everybody off. So that's about it.
John, I forgot. What are you playing? Did you try those games, or did you play in TF2?
I tried. I played some Fez. It was good. It was really, really late, and my brain was starting to hurt, so I only played about an hour. And I've been playing tons of WoW.
Nice. You've been doing raids, or?
Yeah, I've just been doing all of my LFR stuff. Because there's so many fucking raids in LFR now. It's like a list of like 15 different raids to do.
Yeah, there's a ton of endgame stuff in Pandaria, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah, so like, I'm pretty well geared already at this point. After a week, so
I should probably get my shaman to 90 at some point here,
and then transfer to Alliance. You're on Horde on Kel'Thuzad, right?
My shaman's still on Dark Iron Alliance, so I can just transfer servers.
You should bring him over to play.
Yes, for sure.
That actually reminds me, I got into the Realm Reborn beta, and I haven't even loaded it up yet because the one time I tried, the servers were offline.
Did anyone else get into the beta that you can't talk about that you got into?
No, and I'm really pissed off about that.
Anyone else get? Sean got in. He played a lot of it this weekend. That's all I can say. But yeah, Sean got in Elder Scrolls. But that's it. Yeah, NSA, come at me. But
fight me at PAX NSA.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I have bought 14 games on the Steam sale. But I have spent less than an average of $10 a game. So I don't consider that too badly. Also, all these games were on my wish list. It's stuff I really wanted to play. I've gotten one game that I got because like it was on sale. You know what I mean? Like you saw it and you were like, oh, I'll just fucking grab that thing. I've only gotten one game that was that. I got Call of Juarez Gunslinger because I've heard only good things about that game, so I wanna give it a go. Tokitori 2 because I like Tokitori 1, although I'm raging at Tokitori 1 and stuck on a level. But that game was brand new and on sale too. Pretty cool idea of those devs to throw up a new release on day one of the Steam sale and then heavily discount it right away. So, pretty cool. Antichamber, which I've yet to play. I feel like I need to get more high or something to play Antichamber.
The game looks pretty cool. I thought about getting it.
I've heard it's just, from what Bombcast said of it, like months ago when it first came out, it's like once you know how to, apparently once you know how to beat Antichamber, you can beat the game in like 30 seconds. But it's just a matter of like having the tools to do so and knowing, like, it's deceptively, it's kind of crazy. But I bought Cities XL Platinum. That was my like randomly this is on sale game, because I wanted an alternative to SimCity, and you can just build forever in Cities XL. But I've heard from a lot of people, although I have a good computer, heard from a lot of people that Cities XL Platinum suffers from major performance issues. So that kind of makes me sad. All the reviews said it too, but they're like 2 years old at this point, so I was kind of like, well, it's been, a couple of years. I have a beast video card. Maybe it won't happen to me. I haven't played it much yet, but we'll see. I bought Anno 2070 Complete, which I've been...
I was going to say, Anno 2070 was on sale too, if you were looking for a city builder.
Yeah, I got that as well, but I've been eyeing that up for like 2 years on Steam sales and just never pulled the trigger. I got GTA 4 Complete because it was $7.49 with all the DLC, so I was like, whatever. I want to mod it though. I want to get Ice Enhancer and all that crazy shit. And try
I bought GTA for that exact reason, I think a year ago, and I still haven't actually done it.
I bought Gary's Mod finally. I think I mentioned that earlier. I bought Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles Plus, and I played Ys on stream this morning, and if you like JRPGs, get the game. If you don't, stay far away. The combat system in 1 and 2, this was the original PlayStation, or maybe early PlayStation 2 when these games came out.
I think it was PlayStation.
So the combat system in this game, you run into the enemies to kill them. And you do damage based on your gear and stuff, and you take hits based on your gear. It is Ys, yes, Y-S, Ys, I believe is how it is pronounced. But this, if you hit them head on, you get hit for more damage. But if you can hit them at diagonal, or like from behind or from the side, you take no damage at all, and you do more damage. So like, but basically that's it. There's no like press a button to use your sword or anything. It's I've never played a game like that ever. And in fact, the newer versions of that game, which I have, are you know, just kind of straight up, hit mash A to attack and that kind of stuff. But yeah, very odd. But I've already played 3 hours of it, so pretty down with it. It's very grindy as well. So like I just killed dudes for an hour today.
I'm actually reading that the very original Ys games were on like turbo graphics and like Japanese computer
there
systems.
is like 30 of them, but like
the
Chronicles ones.
I actually didn't know that. Yeah, Chronicles, I believe. I'm not positive, but I think was on PS1. 2001
was the date, because you can actually select to play the original 2001 version or the Plus version from 2009. But I bought LA Noire, which is a game I will not stream, but I think I will just play and beat, probably in some long session. Tomb Raider for $12.49, because why not? I know it was cheaper on Amazon at some point, but I bought Might and Magic Heroes 6, which is really good. I'm really glad I got that. Played a couple hours of that already. It's basically Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which is one of my favorite games of all time, but with new graphics. That's a great game. So it's with new graphics, like it's essentially the same game. So I'm pretty impressed with it. Just do not get the Shades of Darkness campaign thing if you get that game, because apparently that breaks the game completely and you can't even play it. Also, Uplay. I fucking love Uplay. It's the best.
It's good
ever. Now that I bought 3 games on this sale that launch fucking Uplay, and it's just like, why am I in Steam launching Uplay to play my game? I have to actually hit play in Uplay to like.
Yeah, I do have to say 2 games I bought for I think $2.50 each that I forgot were Hotline Miami, which I hear great things about, and apparently System Shock 2 is one of the greatest games of all time.
It is one of the greatest games of all time.
And it's $2.50.
Yeah, it is done by Ken Levine and the BioShock crew.
Yes.
Before they were the BioShock people, before they were Irrational, it was made. So there's a bunch of mods out there too, like HD texture packs and stuff like that, to get for it if you want to make it look better, because it is from 1999. So, but I bought Sanctum 2 because I like Sanctum 1 a lot. Again, a new game that was heavily discounted. And I bought Trackmania 2 Canyon because it finally went on sale, because I fucking love Trackmania. Just fun, insane, casual racing game. I'm hoping Valley goes on sale too, because I'll buy it. So, but as far as what I've been playing, Yeast pretty much the last couple days, that's been it. And Might and Magic Heroes 6. Why change the title? Fuck you, Ubisoft. That series is so old, and you just rearrange the words. Dumb. But yeah, and Trackmania. Been playing Trackmania too. I don't even remember what I streamed last week, but I streamed some video games at some point too. Oh, we made it to Burning Crusade on the WoW playthrough. We are in Hellfire Peninsula. But let me tell you, people who watch the streams, if you have a level 90 and you're in our WoW guild, you're gonna have to escort me around Hellfire Peninsula. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Classic was not bad. It's pretty awful. Like, I couldn't get anything done. I didn't even level, like, when we got out there in an hour and a half or something, because I just got ganked over and over and over and over. But yeah, it was pretty terrible.
I'm surprised it's that bad with the player population declining. I guess maybe people have nothing better to do.
Dude, it's not even 99.
What servers you're
It's not
monk
even
on?
90s. Kel'Thuzad. It's on the Horde side, which is a shitty side, but it's just
there's 20,000. There's 20,000 Horde players.
There?
Because there's nothing to do. Because there's 20,000 Horde players and 176,000 Alliance.
Well, it's
so
like level 60s running around doing, like, it's like, I don't know what's happening. I want to go back to Spirestone, where everybody left everybody else alone. But no, we'll get through it. But yeah, that's what I have been up to, and that is our Steam sale thing. I think the best, I'm trying to think of the best deal I've seen. GTA 4 Complete for $7.49 is a pretty good deal.
You can't ignore BioShock Infinite for $30.
That was really good first day, and I in fact bought a copy of that on our KBMOD Steam account to give away for Extra Life, and we got Tomb Raider as well. And I've been looking for something else that is desirable, but haven't bought anything else on that account yet. Also, I'm waiting for all the Lego games to go on sale.
They're so good.
I'm hoping the Deadpool game will go on sale, because I hear good things.
I owe my son all the Lego games, so... Also, the flash sale right now, as we speak during this podcast, includes Infestation Survivor Stories. Don't fucking vote for that shit. It's the War Z. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. But,
quick update, I just bought Fallout New Vegas 2 for $250.
Good job. Good job.
Well done.
At least it's not Fallout 3, and it will launch, so that's a plus.
Quick update, I just bought Fallout New Vegas for $250.
I already own it. Spec Ops: The Line is $7.49, bros. Great game. For those of you who
I have a
didn't watch it,
non-Steam version of Fallout New Vegas where my character's bugged, so I'm buying it on Steam now for $250.
I could have my son stream Lego games. It would be an exercise in frustration, is what it would be, as you watch him try to double jump and fail. But yeah, I'm waiting for like some Lego bundle to go up to get those.
we should all buy Poker Night as well.
Wait, is that the Telltale game?
Yeah,
Is it?
$250.
$250.
Quick
I already
update
have
about
it.
Poker Night.
Live
Quick update.
Steam sales during the podcast. Also, by the way, just mentioning right now, Swapper is $7.50. If you didn't buy that game already, fucking buy that game. It's really good.
Hold on, buying it.
The devs are really cool and the game is really good. So
I'll take a break from creating my character in Final Fantasy. He's a midget with different colored eyes.
Wait, where's Poker Night? What are you, Poker Night?
$250.
Wait, fucking Claptrap's on the title? Yeah, that's spot. Yeah, that's purchased.
Welp.
That's purchased.
Well,
Purchase for myself.
Purchase.
None of the others.
Purchase for myself. All right,
Fuck
guys.
the others.
We're gonna buy a few more Steam games and go on a quick commercial break here. And then we'll be right back with some news. All right.
Some news.
Let's
Get some news.
Some news. Newsies. I guess Street Fighter just started, so that's good in a way. I don't even know what Poker Night is, but this just fucking happened. Is that game subscription as well as buy the game?
Poker Night?
No, 14. Final Fantasy 14.
I don't know. I've heard it is.
If it is subscription, I won't get it, but if it isn't,
yeah.
God, now I gotta update me spreadsheet. Poker Night. What the fuck is this? That's what it says. Why did I do this?
Oh, I can have big ears. The game has changed.
What commercial are you seeing there, Fortesian? I have to get new headphones soon. I've shown this to people.
I'm telling you, these are pricey, but these are worth every cent they cost.
If you can see my shitty ear cups on the stream, but Lord, they get torn up. These are like 8 or 9 years old now.
These PC 360s, man.
Doesn't help when you're raving in them. Dan.
That's true. They fall off my head then and get it.
These 360s are like 200 plus, but they are so good.
I'm getting some Sonys, I believe. That's what I'm getting.
Well, you're more of an audiophile, so you should get more music.
Yeah.
Oriented headphones.
Plus, I use the Snowball from
like these are really good audio, but I'm sure they're not optimal for tunage.
The 360s are great for streaming though because they're comfy.
They're really comfortable. That's the best thing about them.
I mean,
they weigh nothing. Like, I'm not exaggerating. My electronic cigarette weighs more than these headphones.
That's crazy. Yeah, Frag uses this too as well. PC 420? No, they don't have a PC 420. Wow, that just seeps weed out the ears. But no, they don't have that. Did you get a MySpace ad? Oh, that's my favorite ad on Twitch.
Quick
probably.
Update. Purchased Hitman Absolution.
I have a feel. Oh, Steam sales, you're so good. It's only day 4 or something too.
They'll probably go for like
so
fucking 3
deals.
weeks this time too. Fucking
also,
we got paid today, Brandon. Who cares? Fuck it.
Yeah, because that changed my decision.
I have, however.
Well, you have to get paid to be able to spend $250.
Oh, here's
true.
Here's your best pick. Here's your best pick off the Steam sale you're not thinking about getting. We've mentioned this before though. If you have multiple monitors, buy Display Fusion. Buy it.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if it'll go on a different sale because it's already really low.
It doesn't matter. Like, I've owned Display Fusion for probably like 4 or 5 years now.
Quick update.
It's a great purchase.
Just bought Display Fusion. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, you do need that. I have the full version at work, and when I come home, I'm all sad because I don't have it.
What's so good is I just bought 6 things for $20.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Also, you can Arma 2 is 66% off. You can get if you're still into DayZ or if you haven't tried DayZ.
I
still don't have standalone.
Arma 3.
We won't have standalone until 2015. It'll be out when Cyberpunk 2077 comes out.
Honestly, dubstep
Holy fuck.
or dubstop, I don't really think it's worth $850 right now. I would just wait.
There's a giant bug.
What?
Hold on. I have to murder it.
Bug Hunter Daniel.
So good. This GIF is so good.
All right, if you're not watching the stream or the video version of this podcast, you're gonna be missing out.
Get shit on.
He's gonna come back into the screen with like a giant Goliath beetle on his face, like, he came back!
False alarm, guys. I thought it was like a hornet or something. It was a lightning bug.
Oh, wow.
But it was large.
Innocent light bright of a bug.
I mean,
those things can't kill anybody.
Also, they
too.
bleed really red like people do. Like there's blood
Yeah.
everywhere.
Live murder on stream. We're gonna get tossed.
Violating TOS left and right tonight.
So I think there was some news this week.
There was some news this week. There was.
Unfortunately, starting on a
Yeah,
sad
we're
note.
gonna start on a downer. I mentioned this on stream last week, the day it was announced. Not the day it happened, but the day it was announced. One of my heroes of the gaming industry, Ryan Davis of Giant Bomb, died. Now like a week and a half ago. But it was announced Monday, so. But yes, I did get the feels very hard on stream Monday. So I don't know why. It's been a very odd thing, but because I don't know the guy, obviously, never knew him, but he was
Giant Bomb's one of the few like solid, reputable sources we have, though.
Yeah, and they are a lot like KBMOD in the way they approach things, as in like it's just a group of dudes. Like
Yeah, their whole site is personality driven.
yeah, and his he had just gotten married that week. He was on his honeymoon, so but yeah, so dead at 34 too, which is way too young. So
Yeah, like reading his wife's Twitter feed
that
made
was
me. I was just tearing up a little bit.
Yep, it was rough times for the gaming world. Lost a good one in Ryan Davis. So, but
I do have to say I never really watched or listened to the Giant Bomb podcast, but just seeing the outpour of support and how devastated everybody was over this loss makes me want to go back and watch and see exactly what it was I was missing.
you would love Giant Bomb. you would
I
love
hear
Giant
good
Bomb.
things. It takes a lot for me to watch.
The
it
Bombcast
today.
is the podcast, the only podcast that I will say is better than our podcast.
Yeah,
I will like if
There you
there is
go.
one podcast you should listen to aside from this one, it is the Giant Bombcast. So
it is 3 hours though. Fair warning. It is 3 hours long.
it's
But
good
it
when
is
you have a long commute.
totally worth it. But yeah, Ryan Davis is punching Jesus right now. They just put out a new fuck Ryan Davis shirt, which is like a joke with them. But now it's just fuck comma Ryan Davis instead.
Comma makes all the difference.
instead. So, but yeah, so that is our sort of downer note to start it. But yeah, that is
It's the
pretty
most
big
important
news.
thing of the week, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
For sure. The
we lost a good one.
yeah, and it might sound stupid, but Ryan Davis was trending like #1 trending thing worldwide Monday.
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it was incredible. It's like so many people that you didn't realize that there was that big of that kind of personality had that large of an outreach until something terrible like this happens.
Right.
But yeah, trending worldwide on Twitter for for a game, a gaming personality is almost unheard of.
Yeah, he was just a giant personality and drove that show. And amazingly, they did a cast Tuesday. So if you want to go listen to that, if you listen to Giant Bomb, I would listen to that. If you don't listen to Giant Bomb, I wouldn't necessarily start.
Yeah,
with
don't
remembering
start
Ryan
with that
Davis.
one.
But they will be back, and they are still, according to Jeff Gerstmann, they're still going to do, who's the other guy who founded Giant Bomb with Ryan, they're still going to be doing their thing. So
I'm sure that's what Ryan would have wanted. So
yeah.
I don't think they're gonna stop.
Yeah, Vinny Caravella did murder my feels at the end of that podcast, so it was bad. So, all right, moving on to somewhat happier things, although it's more ambiguous than happy. GTA 5 released its first trailer. Everyone was jizzing their nut off to this thing. I was actually not that impressed. Didn't really care too much, to be honest with you. Like I
cared about the last 5 seconds of the trailer.
Yes.
Where
Yes.
you get a glimpse at the multiplayer.
Yes.
So if you're going to watch the trailer, just skip right to the end and check out a jet flying past a skyscraper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get the popularity of that series. I just don't
I
think it's
get
that
the
good.
popularity of it because I
Okay.
loved the old games.
No,
I
I do
mean,
get that.
they paved
but-
the way for open world games.
Yeah.
No, that's absolutely true. GTA 3, GTA Vice City were great games, but it's been all downhill since San Andreas.
What I don't like, and here's this, here's what I don't like about GTA 5. The way it's been handled in regards to PC and even to next gen consoles. has been kind of dumb because it's going to come there eventually. It took GTA 4 like 8 months or something to come to PC, so you're not going to get it right away. They did say they're hiring someone to work on PC and next-gen games versions of the game, but I just don't get releasing this particular game now for the PS3 and Xbox 360. I don't get it. I think they would have been better off releasing GTA 5 when the new consoles had been out and established a little bit.
I think though
that's what I don't get the most. But.
Well, that's probably more a business thing than anything. Like, at some point, you've got to actually put out the game. It's been a long time in the making, and I mean, the thing with Rockstar is that that's guaranteed millions of sales, for GTA 5. There's huge hype behind that game, no matter what state it releases in.
And they'll port it to next gen consoles later on and get those sales again.
They're just gonna get people buying it twice because they're gonna get all the hardcore people buying it again for next gen. Yeah. So I understand that, but the PC, the job listing for the PC thing, makes me wonder a little bit, because at least I would think it's a bit late in the game to be looking for someone to help you port this game that ostensibly is probably already finished. They should, at this point, they should be in QA. The game, the game is largely done. Yeah. So it seems, I think maybe this position they've opened is for GTA 5, but it just seems weird. If PC is part of their strategy, I think they would have already had to have been working on it at least a little bit. So I don't know that I read a whole lot into a job posting, but it seems foolish to me that they wouldn't bring it to PC when they're already going to be porting it to next-gen consoles.
Yeah, I think that process will overlap.
I think we'll definitely see it come to PC. I think it's just a question of when.
Realistically, that might be what they're looking for when they say, passionate about PCs. They need an x86 developer, and over the last 5 years, console developers have no experience with that, so they need a PC developer anyway to make the game for the next gen console. That might be why they're saying passionate about PC, because it's the same thing at this point. You're developing the same platform.
Yeah, you're developing the same thing. So hopefully,
I will give them credit. The trailer looked very impressive, regardless of what it was running on.
The amount of shit you can do is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think
that is pretty crazy.
If they actually pull that off, where there's basically all these little kind of mini games within GTA for driving and whatever, that all looks really
neat. Brandon, you should be into this.
If it was anyone besides Rockstar, I would be really scared that it's the whole thing where you lose focus and you try to do too much. Yeah. But it's Rockstar, and this game has been
too much.
Right. Yeah. This game has been in development for a long time, and the GTA series, has consistently done stuff like that pretty well. So I hope it comes to PC. I would especially love to see what later down the line what kind of mods come out for GTA 5. Since GTA 4 on PC has had, second wind just due to all the cool mods and stuff.
Really avid modding community with some really impressive stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the multiplayer, shoehorned in. Go ahead.
They have Skyrim level mods, just complete redos of the game, just completely different game. Yeah. Somebody spent years developing that mod.
Just the GTA 4 graphics mods are. Those rival, if not beat, Skyrim. Yeah. Some of that stuff looks almost photorealistic. So it's it'll be cool to see, if GTA 5 obviously should have better graphics, you would probably see, I could just see GTA 5 mods being more along the vein of Just Cause 2 multiplayer. Because I'm sure that the multiplayer, we don't really know much about it, but I'm sure it'll be capped at some. It's not going to be MMO style or 1,000-person server type stuff. Yeah. I would love to see a mod that turns GTA 5 into 1,000-person server, 2,000-person server, and just cause mayhem. I think that would be incredible.
Yep. Just Cause 2 multiplayer. By the way, beta weekend in 2 weeks. No, this weekend. Upcoming.
Next weekend. Yeah,
I
upcoming
will be out of town. But
I
really wish they would have done a test this weekend, because with Just Cause 2 on sale, I bet they could have hit over 2K concurrent on their server. That would have been a great stress test.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll get a PC release. I think we will. It's just going to take time. But yeah, GTA 5, you can trade stocks and play sports. So that's that's what you can do. Moving on to just a quick note here. Dota 2 released.
I need to play it now.
Because even I reinstalled it for some reason.
What we should say is Dota 2 has released for all of the non-gamers, because if you were in any way paying attention to the gaming world, you know that you could have gotten a key for this game for free.
I have 10 in my inventory right now. So
I mean, if you don't have access to Dota 2 right now, like, this shouldn't have been your wake-up call.
Yeah.
This is a great reminder for me to uninstall to save some hard drive space. Cause
I got in the first wave of beta invites because Jordan was one of the first person I know of that got one, and he gave me one. And because he gave me one, it gave me 3. It's he gave me his pass, and then it was just here, since somebody gave you one, here's 3.
Yep.
Should have fucking sold those things on eBay.
You should have.
They were going for $400 during the first wave.
Dota 2's out. Because, I mean, all 6 of you in chat who don't have Dota 2, you can get it now. And actually, the starter pack thingies are not available now that it's released. So, whatever they were, $30 or something, I forget. But anyway.
Darn.
So,
1-1.
This was an interesting thing now, and a lot of people tweeted this one at me, this next story. Esports athletes, if you want to say athletes, now have to get sports visas. Which
now they're able to.
Yes,
now they're able to
get sports visas.
They're recognized as professional athletes by the United States government, which is fucking cool.
And that's
that's
very good too, because I know, Evo's this weekend, obviously, and I know that a lot of the Chinese players, very difficult to get over here because of visa situations. So Jian, who finished top 8 in everything except Marvel, he wouldn't have been. It was very difficult for him to get over. So hopefully this makes that easier, because a lot of Korean teams, a lot of Chinese teams. Although China is relatively new to it, has really good teams already in a lot of esports games, and so this is good. This is good. Anything to make it easier for these competitions to get the best players there all the time is a good thing.
A lot more.
They're making it out to be just for LOL Jonesy, but it's just esports in general more than likely. They're not just going to do that for one game.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
Here's I think the coolest thing about this news is for whatever side you fall on about esports being actual athletes. We're not going to cover that here. But the point is that this is a great thing to this is a great thing to basically have them able to get the visas where it's not it's I've lost my train of thought at this point. It's good that they're now able to get the same visas that are already given to professional athletes that have to travel in order to do their work, and this is the same type of situation. This makes sense, and it's awesome that this is where it's going. That now you'll be able to get you'll be able to travel internationally and come to the U.S. For League of Legends, and I'm sure that this will follow for other games. That it'll probably turn into some designation, for whatever visa they're getting.
Yep.
Way more protein shakes going to be entering the esports scene, I think. A lot of Nike deals.
A lot of Nike deals. A lot of gamer grub.
Some MasterCard fucking sponsored a huge Dota 2 tournament we had, the Alienware Cup.
Yep.
And MasterCard is a sponsor of that shit, tweeting about esports on their corporate Twitter account. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I can't wait to see Jay Wong on a commercial for 5-hour energy.
That would be a conflict of interest with Monster.
Mimi saying that some LOL players qualify for a 0-1 visa, which is a high priority visa that basically means you're the best in whatever you do. So there you go.
That's cool.
That's legit.
That's really cool info.
Can you imagine showing up to an office and trying to argue your way into that? Do you understand what my top lane push is like? Do you have any idea what my sustain build did to the meta? I wrote that Smite Fire guide. I wrote that solo mid guide. You motherfucking pleb. Give me my 01 visa.
Yeah, Jay Wong would go X Factor in the commercial. So moving
on. We're not down to my last anchor character against a Morgana. I always turn to 5-hour energy.
Mid match, I actually chug this shit. That's how good I am.
See him mashing oil.
It's like something Filipino champ would do. Anyway, moving on to another sort of downer. Well, it is a downer, actually. Not nearly as much as Ryan Davis, obviously, but Tribes Ascend also has passed on. At least for development. No Tribes updates are now scheduled for 6 months. We kind of knew this.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, there haven't been any major updates for, I think, 4 months now. So this is kind of a nail in the coffin, I think, because saying it won't get another major update for at least 6 months means that the game will have gone almost a year at this point, or whenever 6 months is up. Like, I'm sure they just said 6 months. I'm sure Todd Harris threw out 6 months as just a general time frame, but the game is going to go roughly a year without updates. I mean, the base game is just going to die. Like, that's what happens to free-to-play games that don't get updated. But there's already talk of there's already an SDK a guy is working on to allow mods and have hosted servers and all of that. So I guess the best we can hope for now is Hi-Rez not sending a cease and desist order to that guy and kind of just letting the community brute force their way into new maps and mod tools and things like that. It's unfortunate though, because there were a lot of comments, like, as much as I love Hi-Rez and I love those guys, they made a lot of comments early on in the game's life saying, the reason that we went free to play is because we want to be able to give you the updates and stuff that we don't want to have to resort to people modding the game and rely on that. Like, we want to give the players a better experience and offer updates and make sure that the game is complete and all that. And those, looking back on it now, like, that wasn't really delivered. So unfortunately, I think Hi-Rez is going to take a bit of a PR hit for this, along with the second piece of news, which
yeah, I don't know if you even heard of this, Blacklight, or John for that matter, but
I did.
Hi-Rez's monitoring software, which is supposed to be anti-cheat, I believe.
Well, it's their patching and updating service, so it runs in the background unless you tell it not to. It runs in the background whether their games are open or not, so it allows background updating and all of that, but it ostensibly also is always monitoring for cheats or blacklisted programs in the background, even if you don't have a high-res game open. So this guy made a video where he injects Firefox with a hack DLL, and his account gets banned even though he doesn't have Smite open.
Right.
That's and
so
it's in the EULA that this is not running when their software isn't running, or it's not supposed to be.
Well, their EULA covers whatever, their product. This is part of their product, so their Hi-Rez is fine legally, I think, but this is
it's
to me, I think this is a little shady, because you shouldn't be monitoring if someone is using hack programs or something in other things. There are people that legitimately are making scripts and that sort of stuff for other things that are not necessarily cheats, and definitely not cheats for your game. So monitoring for that stuff when the game's not open, I think, is a little shady.
Horrible timing for this to come out, with ESEA getting slapped with a class action lawsuit from their Bitcoin software that went out. Horrible timing with that, and it sounds dumb, but also with this NSA stuff coming out, any sort of monitoring shit people are going to be jumpy about right now.
Yeah, so it's gonna. I think it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt the brand a little bit, because that's one of those things that once people read this, it's hard to gain that trust back. That's what you lose. Is you lose the trust when people can actually prove that your monitoring software is kind of going outside of the bounds that they would reasonably expect. Even if your EULA covers it, it's you need to be upfront with that kind of stuff. And and I think some news sites posted about this, or one or two posted about this, and Todd Harris gave a response, which I think was his response was a little bit of a non-answer. And again, as much as I like Todd, I think that I think they need to come out and be very clear about what is happening, and either like confirm what this guy's video shows or state that it did do this. We're going to change it. Like, we realize this, that we didn't communicate this well. We're going to change this, whatever. But they haven't done any of that. So, unfortunate for Hi-Rez.
So. His response was basically like, "Well, you shouldn't cheat." It's like, that's not the issue here. We realize that we already know it's an anti-cheat. We know that, but that's not the issue. He's completely missing the point here.
Yeah.
It's dodging the bus.
Yeah, the issue is that it's running all the time monitoring. And actually, I don't know if anyone remembers this, but when Origin first released, there was a clause in the EULA saying they could do this, and everyone got in a huge stink, and they ended up removing it, and they don't do it now. But this was when Origin was in beta, like before it came out. And people discovered it and got a huge uproar, and EA took that out. So, I mean, Hi-Rez just needs to give a better response would have been that would have probably put this to bed. But
yeah, Todd's response was like, we're confident that all players who have been banned deserve that ban. It's like, yeah, but you're not answering the question. We get that you think this is the right thing, but have people been banned when using programs that you consider cheats, but they weren't even using them in your game? I think that's a line that most people are not going to be comfortable with. Even someone like me, who is like, I don't cheat and I don't make cheats. Like, I would have no fear of getting banned through this, but I do have kind of that overarching concern about EULA is basically giving companies blank license to monitor what programs I'm running at any time, unless I'm savvy enough to look in my services and see, oh, they installed this service that is running automatically on my computer. People should not need to know all of the technical details, and I think you definitely violate users' trust like that. So hopefully they come out with a little better explanation over time, because I think with Smite growing, they're clearly with saying that Tribes was kind of stopping in development for now. They've their CEO basically said in IRC, I think, that they're betting everything on Smite, which is pretty clear at this point. But if you're betting everything on Smite, you want that to keep growing. News like this can only hurt you.
Not the way you want it to go out. So.
I wasn't even hacking Smite. I was hacking Tribes, which you guys killed anyway. At least with Tribes being gone, they have all the manpower they need to change Smite completely 100% top-down every week. I don't know if anybody still plays Smite, but Smite is a different game every fucking week. It's having a serious identity crisis right now.
Well, that was, I don't know if you guys remember, but that's what Tribes was for a while. Tribes used to have these massive sweeping updates that changed a lot of things about the game, and they've already done that 2 or 3 times with Smite.
Well, let's not get too worried about Smite yet until they start working on a third game, which is going to be whatever's most popular.
They've already said next on the plate is Global Agenda 2.
Why?
Okay, well, as soon as that starts.
Global Agenda's all right, actually, as a game, for those who haven't played it.
What if they just cashed
But we don't need a second one.
What if they just cashed in on another really popular genre, like the throwback retro 2D sprite-based platformer? And that was somehow tied to a free-to-play model. Then you can start worrying.
It's MMO Fez. That's their next game.
Yeah,
I fucking play the shit out of that. I love that art style so much.
It is really good.
Yeah.
Fucking Phil Fish, just worming your way into our hearts.
Old man yells at cloud.
All right, moving on to more somewhat shady actions by a big gaming company. Blizzard doing what we all thought and knew they would do for years anyway, adding in-game microtransactions to WoW, so you don't have to go to the Battle.net page anymore, so that's convenient. But it's going to be stuff like XP boosts, which I'm all fair. Yeah, I actually don't care. about this at all. There's a lot of players.
Actually, I would level more alts.
Yeah,
I would like to buy those.
Like, there's a lot of players up in arms about this because they think it's going to be quote-unquote pay to win, but there's nothing in here that's going to help you in a raid. I'm just telling you that right now.
Or PvP. Like, experience doesn't matter. Experience means you get to level more characters faster and have more fun in PvP because you'll get to play whatever you want.
Yeah, they haven't yet
thing.
confirmed. I think is it on the PTR right now? I'm not sure. I think it said it was. Or I'm looking here. Yeah, it's more convenience is what Blizzard's painting it as, but people are all up in arms. Of course, the WoW community, for those who have never been deep within, anything puts them in an uproar, one way or the other. The Rogue forums were the biggest cesspool I've ever been a part of. It was amazing.
The Warlock forums in vanilla were really bad because they refused to admit that they were completely overpowered.
Yep.
And every forum in WoW thinks that every other forum is the worst forum.
The Druid forum is the best.
The Druid forum is the best forum.
Because Alamo
is there.
Yeah. Is he still there?
He made.
Of course, he will never die. He will always be there.
Each expansion through Wrath, he made a new.
Druid is for fights.
He made a new post in each.
Everyone is love a fun time Druid.
Oh God, I miss it. I miss it so much.
For people that don't know what we're talking about, wowwiki.com/Alamo.
Yeah, is best Druid.
You can go enjoy.
God,
you can drop several hours on the Alamo lore.
KD Zen is Alamo. I'm pretty sure. God,
but they have said that this is only being tested in Asian regions. They haven't said anything about debuting this elsewhere.
Yeah. It'll come everywhere though if it comes out there.
But yeah, I'm right with you. Like XP boosts, I don't really care that much about.
Dude, I'd have bought them long ago.
I mean, they already have microtransactions essentially in the form of the pets. And,
you can't see. The thing is, that's why they're paying this as convenience because you have to go to the Battle.net page right now to buy shit. Yeah. So now you'll just be able to do it in game. Which
I mean that's like I don't really as long as they don't get too crazy with it. I mean stuff like XP boosts, I'm not opposed to because they already have stuff like server transfers, character name changes, stuff like that. That's all convenience based that you can pay for. So stuff like an XP boost, I think that falls pretty much in the same lines for me. I don't think that's very evil.
Yeah. So that link is too strong. Alamo link.
I'm gonna go through that after the podcast.
I do like the fact that he actually became a trading card.
Yeah, and he did a post, as I said, every expansion through Wrath. I don't know if he did a Cataclysm one, but
just look at how long this WoW wiki page is. It's incredible.
I know. Everyone is like fun times Druid. Oh man,
Druid.
Good days.
Cat Druid is for fight.
This last story comes from the Oculus Rift is batshit insane category because it is, and I really want an Oculus Rift. But someone has managed to get that VR treadmill thing, which we didn't talk about ever, but if you pay attention to news sites, it was on there. It's like an omnidirectional treadmill, and you use it with Oculus Rift. Someone has put Minecraft on that, like coded it. It's
so badass too.
It's amazing.
Completely awesome. But this is the future of Durids right here.
Guys,
you'll be playing.
Guys, we're so close. All we need is for somebody to develop a real doll with some sort of sensors inside of it. And we're there. This is the dream. Graphics have finally reached the point. We're past the uncanny valley, baby. We are so close to sex sims, to real life interactive sex simulators. We're this fucking close. This is everything that mankind has amounted to, and then we're going extinct.
Yeah, pretty much. But Oculus Rift is doing some really cool shit. There's a bunch of games that just added Rift support. What was the one? I think Trackmania has Rift support.
I can't wait for 2 to 3 years down the line when that's a real product, and that's something that that game devs will put in their feature list is like Oculus Rift support.
Oh, that's it. Project Cars that insane racing sim that's coming to PC. Just incredible graphics and everything. That has Rift support. Like, that will be when that comes out, that will be the driving game to play for, like, people who play driving games.
And
like,
Dan will buy a Rift.
I will buy a Rift then, and it will be amazing. I will forego
Depending
Forza.
what the Rift costs, I will buy one.
I forget what the dev kits or whatever the Kickstarter was for. I think it was 150. Might have been, but that's about right, really. And they keep
I was thinking it would be like 400 or 500. I'd buy it for that probably.
They have 1080p screens in it now. They didn't used to. So it's like two 1080p screens inside. Also, have you guys heard about like the crazy little demo games people have made, like the head beheading game?
Yep.
Oh man, people like freaked the fuck out. Like there's videos.
It was like too real, yeah.
Yeah. So pretty cool. And someone, as you said, someone somewhere is developing a sex game for the Rift. It's
We're
happening.
so close.
Somebody somewhere.
Caps already posted a link in chat that there's an erotic adventure game announced.
Is there fleshlight support in that game?
That's what we're waiting on. We're waiting for the fleshlight.
I'm pretty sure they've made a call to Fleshlight. Said, get on board with this.
That guy.
We need to put some dick senses up in your products.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick 2-minute commercial break, and then we'll be right back with the Twitter questions. Go research that fleshlight question for us. We'll be right back. Oh God, PewDiePie's Let's Play of the the erotic Oculus Rift game.
Oh God, no.
At least he has something else to scream about now.
All right, I have to look at this Kotaku link. Oh my God.
Think about if you were like in Fleshlight business development, the kinds of calls and emails you get.
Oh my God.
Like the kinds of pitches.
You get cease and desist from that dude that worked at my Burger King and made homemade fleshlights. That's what you get out of paper towel rolls and hot washcloths.
Can you imagine working in Fleshlight tech support?
Oh man. Oh, that guy is the worst job. Oh man.
How do I do it? How do stick your dick in the hole, you fucking moron? I don't get it.
Having to walk through troubleshooting steps.
Yeah.
Well, sir, you kind of want to warm it up a little first.
Are you inside it right now?
It's currently melted to and severely burning my penis, and I'm wondering if I could get a refund. Well, sir, I have to say you just heated it up too much.
Have you tried turning it off and on again, sir? Try turning the flashlight off and on again. Yeah, sir, do you have an erection? Because this isn't going to work otherwise.
And just in case, I am going to have to ask you to unplug your router.
Comcast actually handles all the calls for fleshlights. Well, it looks like it's on your end. It's not our fault. Sorry, sir.
You're going to have to call your phone company.
Yeah. Can guys get yeast infections? The answer is yes. You would have to get it from a woman, though, I believe. Yes. So there you go.
Women can start them, but they can also spread them. Men cannot start them.
Yeah. So, check the forecast before going in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna check this out. I need to go to the grocery store and buy some baking yeast, and we will find out.
Wow, I need to talk to my mom.
Good lord. All right, run the Twitter questions.
All right.
The fleshlight is eventually going to be required to use the Oculus Rift, like the Xbox One and Kinect.
You have
to have your dick in it.
I just want to play Quake. I'm sorry, you have to have your penis in this, sir. I'm sorry. Oh God, Will Smith has made an appearance in the podcast document. I knew he would rear his ugly head at some point. God
I think it's a beautiful head.
I think you mean his beautiful head.
You stop.
He does have a well-proportioned.
Can you even tell how old he is in that picture? He looks like he's 23.
Well, he's got a little bit of gray in that beard, but in that goatee. But Yeah, he could be 23.
He's twice my age, looks half my age, and is actually half Dan's age, which is I think around 55 or so.
Jesus Christ. Never ends. Could be worse. That could be Bob. Anyway.
Yeah.
First question from the legend Anion, our diversity officer here at KBMOD.
Yep. Senior black analyst.
Yeah.
Will Smith proponent himself.
Yeah, Will Smith proponent Anion. If you had to replace your penis with a vegetable, what vegetable would it be? Cucumbers and Stephen Hawking not allowed.
It took me a second to get that one. It took me a second when I first read that.
Well played. Well played.
That's my shit right there.
That's
God.
the worst.
I apologize.
Well, I would just like to point out, I'm not saying this is my answer, but I do just want to point out that Terry Schiavo is still on the table.
She is still on.
In more ways than one.
I can feel viewers leaving. I can...
No.
Anion, guys, I know it sounds bad, but I meant to type zucchini. You've done well.
And he landed the dismount.
Yes. Oh,
man.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm gonna go with asparagus because it's delicious.
the joke still works, Mark. You're looking too much into this. Anyway,
Way too far.
way too far into this.
Also, I think the only reason that joke doesn't work is because zucchini fucking sucks.
Yeah, zucchini is terrible.
It's just a shitty cucumber.
I would make my penis an eggplant because that would just look amazing.
Big and purple.
Giant bulbous purple thing coming out.
I'd go with I don't know. Maybe a carrot.
That's a pointy penis right there. I'm just gonna point that out real quick.
Can I just go with like a single lentil, just like a lima bean? So I just like kind of have a clitoris. I don't even have a dick anymore.
It's just, it is a literal bean in this case. Yeah. Okay, a legume.
I think a tomato would be funny, but that's technically a fruit, I believe.
It is a fruit. Knowledgeable about fruit, Nick Jenkins.
Yeah, I'm gonna fall back on Terry Schiavo just because it's the biggest.
Just this woman attached to your crotch.
Do not approve.
All right. Anyway, moving on to the Will Smith question. Why he's under this question, I don't know. This is from at. Oh, he's above it now. Okay, he's above this.
He's all over. Will Smith's making moves in the dock.
Wow, he is making moves.
We're never going to be able to read this name.
At Verinar Ingamar, can I diddle your fiddle hole? My answer is no, although I'm not sure what my fiddle hole is in the grand context of my orifices. But I'm going to go with no.
On certain days of the week, I am available to have my diddle hole fiddled, but you can never diddle my fiddle hole. That's always off limits.
Also, kale is an excellent vegetable choice for a penis. So thank you.
It's healthy, yeah.
I changed my answer to cauliflower.
Oh God, it always looks infected and nobody likes it. Cauliflower sucks.
I like.
You know how zucchini is shitty cucumbers? Cauliflower is shitty broccoli. So at least go with the broccoli.
Broccoli.
I think you need to slow your roll about cauliflower.
Cauliflower's balls. I'm sorry.
I'm down with
Your
cauliflower.
opinion's wrong.
I would touch your cauliflower penis.
I think cauliflower penis might actually be slang for some sort of existing STD.
It might be. Next question from Cheesy Syndrome, which is a syndrome that I would like to have.
I'd like to have that on my cauliflower.
Yes, as a matter of fact. A good cheesy syndrome dip. If you were to join a doubles nighthawking tournament, who would be your partner and why? And there's no restrictions on this question.
Kimbo
Dwayne The Rock
Slice,
Johnson.
Kimbo Slice, he doesn't lose street fights.
Oh, man.
He doesn't
Kimbo
lose street
Slice
fights.
would kill them during the fight phase of the Nighthawk. You would never transition into the fuck phase.
That's fine.
That's fine. John is just here to protect that noose, dude.
Victory necrophilia.
I'm here to win the fighting part.
You would certainly win with Kimbo Slice.
You need somebody who's an impassioned fighter and lover in order to have a good Nighthawk doubles partner who will also be conscious and watch your back. And especially with that last part, based on our previous, most recent experiences playing Smite, I'm going to have to go with All Sham No Wow, who's in the chat.
See,
And
he's good in a fight.
I know for a fact that he is conscious of his surroundings and he is good in a fight, and he will lend a hand to a bro if you're in trouble.
He seems scrappy.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
He's got that fire in his belly.
Yeah. Mad Mark gets real mad too, so like
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
He's got that rage factor.
Justin Wong. People choosing Justin Wong after his EVO performance.
I have to say, it's a solid choice right now. He's looking really strong.
Wody GT, not a bad call as well. He trains with Joe Lozon.
That's true, yeah.
I'm going to go with... Man, John took Kimbo Slice. That was seriously my number one pick in this.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne
You
The Rock
would've-
Johnson. Double Johnson team coming in.
Yeah, that would be
My cousin Dwayne.
Cousin Dwayne. Cousin Dwayne from the city, yeah.
Cousin Dwayne from the city coming in.
One advantage of having Woody's gamer tag is you wouldn't have to pay any airfare or anything to fly him out because his subscribers would pay for his trip via chip-in.
There you go. Done. Wings of Redemption, not a good choice. Will Smith, excellent choice in this tourney.
Yeah.
Will Smith is a gentleman and a fighter, as he showed in Bad Boys 2. So,
Not to
Pretty
mention
sure he could also pay his way to a win.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, Will Smith has cash. Cash to go.
Yeah, definitely. He punched an alien in the face and knocked it out with one punch.
That's true.
So,
You have to be a badass to do that.
welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Dat Earth. Alright, next question. At Cynic Swamp asks, should I play Bioshock 2 before Infinite? I've already played Bioshock 1.
Nope, 2's
No.
bad.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Well,
No.
2's not bad. It's just not as good as 1 or Infinite.
Yeah.
As someone who has not played 2, I can say that you do not need to play 2 to enjoy Infinite.
Yeah.
Yes.
As someone who's not played either one, I still got the part where the things from the other thing was in it. That's my non-spoiler answer.
And I don't think you're going to really miss like the references that you wouldn't know about. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're not. So, you're good to go. At Bromod asks, what is the greatest ruse of all time?
Whoever
With the
put
War
Will
Z?
Smith in our dock.
The War Z. Good question.
Say the moon landing.
The moon.
Yeah.
Solid.
9/11.
11. Solid ruse. Solid
Wow.
ruse.
Wow.
You're just the worst kind of human being
Uh,
there is.
Nothing should be reverent. So let's.
Solid ruse.
Solid
I don't
ruse.
want to laugh at it.
But
I
I
know.
But I am. Well, it's like that one Counter-Strike source spray I always saw where it's the two towers in MS Paint saying "I'm falling for you" as they're on fire towards each
yeah.
other. But I always found it as a good little ruse when I would turn the corner before I got my head shot off. So, Blah is going to get killed by the NSA. It's possible. It's
Yeah.
possible.
I revealed the ruse. The old kill 200, like the 2,500 Americans ruse.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with the War Z. If we're going gaming ruses, that's a pretty good one.
Anion submits the subreddit Gone Wild Curvy as a which, for those who have missed it, is the plus-sized version of Gone Wild.
Also, just curvy women. All right.
The word curvy in general is a bit misleading. Somebody's like, do you like curvy women? Yeah, I like a girl with some curves. Oh, so you would like Roseanne. Picture of Roseanne. That's not curvy. That's
That belongs in its own Gone Wild.
Yeah. Roseanne Gone Wild. Jesus.
Start it. Somebody
Oh.
want that.
It's only people named Roseanne who are over 200 pounds can post. So there you go. It's very limited subreddit. At Westside FP asks, have any of you ever had a Gaben miracle? I recently had one when my new laptop came in the day before the summer sale. That is a miracle. Praise.
I have Gaben miracles every day. He is omnipresent. He is all-knowing. He is all-merciful. He loves us. And I think we should all be giving praise every day to the many-chinned one and his many-chinned blessings. And Gaben, in his infinite wisdom and infinite chins, has once again decided to bestow upon us a wonderful summer sale, and I think we should all be taking advantage of that and realize that that is in itself its own little Gaben miracle.
That's true. Accept Gaben to your life. Yeah, please.
I had a Gaben miracle when I unboxed 2 unusual hats in TF2 with 2 straight keys.
That's
wow.
Really solid.
That is a Gaben miracle. Praise.
I just had a religious experience listening to that.
Yeah.
Listening to.
You should write that down, and we should like close everything out.
The Book of Gaben.
The Book of Gaben.
Into the Book of Gaben. Write it
down.
down.
I unboxed the demo smoking tricorn and a pyro flaming thing that has the spinny Dooma Flicky on the top, and then I traded them both for an unusual milkman and another pyro unusual. Get fucked.
Very good. I unboxed one unusual. I've been doing a lot of unusual trading, and I ended up quick buying a heavy Halloween unusual for like a Bud 15 and ended up flipping it within like 2 days for like
That must have been some good Bud.
2.5 buds. Yeah. I made a ton of buds. That was a pretty Gaben miracle right there. Being able to flip a heavy hat for that much dank kush.
And on the 7th day, John unboxed 2s. We can
on
make
the
a whole
7th
book.
day, Gaben sold Earth to God at a 75% discount.
That's right. There you go. Thank you, Gaben. Thank you, Gaben. And he rested, and then he rested, which is kind of what he does most of the time.
May his infinite chins cascade down upon you like the fountain of prosperity.
You know what's weird about... Let me talk about Gaben's chins real quick. If you look at Gaben, you know... I have a little bit of a double chin. Gaben doesn't have a double chin. It's one big chin.
That's how it appears to your mortal eyes.
It's not like your normal double or triple chin on someone of size, but his is just like one. It's omnipresent like him.
If he ever did this, I bet he would.
Well, yeah, but I don't think you're gonna get Gaben to do.
Of course not. He's immortal. You would never do that.
Oh, that's.
I think he can afford as many chins as he'd like.
That's true. Yeah, he just buys chins actually.
Yeah. That's 75%.
All right. Up next, a practical question. Piece of Mind 9 asks, "What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?" I don't actually.
Ben and Jerry's Americone Dream.
Ooh, dude.
Oh, is that the Stephen? What's his name? Stephen Colbert one?
Yes, it is the Stephen Colbert one. That is mine as well, John.
That's a solid pick. And goddamn you, Piece of Mind, because I was craving some ice cream, and I think I finally fought off the urge, and now I'm gonna go and because I'm pregnant with Gaben steam sale babies. So I've been craving some ice cream, and now I have to go out and get some. And I might actually pick up some Americone Dream. I don't know what my favorite is, but it's probably a Ben and Jerry something or other. Yeah, their half baked is fucking incredible.
Half baked is incredible.
I do like a bit more crunch though, so I don't know if I'd say that's my favorite.
We actually have a ice cream here in Pittsburgh that is the Steelers themed shit, but it's called Blitzburg Crunch, and I forget exactly what's in it, but it's fucking fantastic. I think it's basically Moose Tracks with some other stuff in it, but Moose Tracks is really good.
Solid fucking Tin Roof Sundae is also really good, very similar to Moose Tracks.
Match point on Street Fighter.
Not in grand finals already.
No.
Okay.
No.
Piece of Mind 9 says his is coffee. I would agree. Coffee ice cream is delicious.
Yes.
I had a coffee milkshake today at Nations.
Dude,
how about that donut shop burgatory milkshake?
You know those mocha or whatever. What is that milkshake from Arby's? What is that flavor again? The one that they
roast beef
Java?
milkshake.
Java, is it the Java shake?
Roast beef.
Yep.
Yeah, the Java shake. That thing gives me instant diarrhea, but it's amazing. I don't know why.
That's just Arby's in general.
No,
I think
just
that's what
that
Arby's
shake.
does.
If I just get that shake, I take 3 sips and I gotta go to the bathroom. But then I'm gonna finish the thing afterwards.
But like every
Jamocha,
other,
that's it. Jamocha, that's the name.
Jamocha. Well,
So
I have
good.
to. I think that's actually like their like catchphrase or like their business tagline is Arby's. We give you diarrhea.
Yeah. Did you know? Did you
One
know?
item on our menu will give you irreversible, horrible diarrhea.
Did you know that Arby's, their roast beef is liquid before you get it? Did you know?
Yeah,
that?
I'm not surprised.
That's,
I've had
that
Arby's
is-
once.
That is true for everyone.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever actually eaten an Arby's meal.
Yep.
I
Yeah, if you get
I
Arby's
ate about
roast beef
half one.
sandwiches, which are like always on sale for like $1, it is liquid before you get it. That is true.
I
That's a
have
true story.
I had Arby's once. My 2 friends were helping me move into college, move my shit into my college dorm for my first year, my first semester. We stopped along the way at an Arby's because my friend was raving about how he used to go there all the time as a kid. I couldn't even finish my. I didn't even realize I was doing it, but I was sitting there eating my sandwich, and he was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "What? Why do you keep apologizing? You know, it's a bad meal. It's not your fault." He's like, "You're just sitting there eating that sandwich, and you looked so pissed." Apparently, I just had the most angry fucking. I was sitting there like, just like so mad that this stuff was in my mouth. It was seriously.
I
just
get that
the
feeling
worst.
all the time.
I know you
I was
do.
gonna say that's a yeah. I'm
I know.
not surprised. What
So-
is your favorite shake flavor? Because
Ooh,
shake for me
alright.
is very different. My favorite shake flavor is chocolate banana, like with a real banana.
That
Well,
sounds pretty good.
When I go to Steak and Shake or somewhere that has like or a local ice cream shop that has like many flavors, you know, because you can't like obviously everywhere has like chocolate and vanilla and that shit. But I go with anything with peanut butter. So like
yeah.
a Reese's peanut butter cup shake or
Yeah.
something like
Mhm.
that. I'm totally down with that.
Strong.
Okay, I gotta say that milkshake at Burgatory, I think it was called the Coffee Shop or something along those lines.
Yeah.
It was coffee ice cream with an entire fucking donut inside of it, like blended into the milkshake.
Yep.
Small enough that you could slurp it up with the straw.
Yeah. Yeah. That is.
That sounds incredible.
And garnished with a donut
Come to
hole.
Pittsburgh, we'll take you there.
It's
Because I haven't even been there yet. So there you go.
it's a religious experience. We are if we don't go after this year's charity event,
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking burn down your city.
Okay, all right. then.
I'm going to destroy Pittsburgh. I will do some sort of scientific Spider-Man villain bullshit on myself. I'll come back. I'll destroy your fucking city. I don't care. We're going to Burgatory, and I'm taking Burgatory with me.
All right, last question for today, and this is a piece of advice for all you out there aspiring podcasters in the audience. Budokai, our friend Budokai, has his own Hawken podcast, and he just wants to know, from our highly successful podcast, as the host of a highly successful podcast, The Cockpit, how do I deal with all the podcast related pussy?
Just slay it.
Yeah, just slay it, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like,
the
solid
only
advice
way
from
through.
John. Like, just stack them up in the corner.
Brute force your
Put
way
them on a
through
waiting
the
list.
pussy.
Just queue. First in, first out.
Yep,
Mhm.
there you go. So that's where you go.
If I can quote, I would say you have to run through those hoes like Drano.
And there you go. That's our ending piece of advice tonight. Run through those hoes like Drano from Blacklightattack. We are
LMFAO.
going to be ending now. We got a little bit over an hour tonight, but we had a lot of people drop out and all this stuff happen. And Evo, fucking Evo, we're going to go enjoy after this.
Fuck Zero.
But thank you for coming out tonight, guys. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at KBMOD Gaming, Facebook.com/KBMOD, Friendster, something. Also, MySpace.
Hit us up on
SoundCloud
Zanga.
dropping a new mix.
Yeah, SoundCloud dropping new mixes because apparently everyone who lives in fucking LA is a DJ now. But
Sure.
yeah, we'll be back next week with episode 102. All the streams are on schedule for this week, and we will see you back on the podcast next Sunday. Later,
Bye.
bros.